What is going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott. And what if I were to tell you today that I have a way so simple, you're going to think it's so fucking simple, it's unbelievable, right? So simple of a way to figure out if a guy actually likes you or dislikes you. All you got to do is ask them this one simple question. So as you can see, obviously by the title below, we're going to find out if a guy dislikes you, okay, just by asking this simple question. Now, before we get into the question, I want you to understand that this is really a very simple thing, simple question. So simple that I hate saying it because it sounds so obvious, but I want to explain first why it actually works. So when I tell you, you're like, oh, okay. Okay, so number one is obviously we like people who like us and vice versa. We want the person that we like to like us back, okay? So when you ask him this question, he's going to mold it. And if he likes you, he's going to, and this is me saying this is psychological studies. We all like reciprocal affection, things like that. You can just look up reciprocal affection, simple thing, okay? We want to be liked by the people we like, okay? So he's going to mold this his answer in a way where you fit into it, because he knows, and here's the important thing, he knows if, and you should do this, he knows if he doesn't answer it correctly, again, if he likes you, if he doesn't answer it correctly, that that you might feel ostracized, pull, out of the loop, right? You might pull away, and you kind of should give that hint if he answers it incorrectly. Secondly, a man's job as the masculine energy from an evolutionary perspective is to survive and replicate, but to also provide and satisfy for the woman. You can't survive and replicate if you can't get the woman, okay? So the main goal of every organism, survive and replicate, but again, you can't do that unless you get the girl, which you have to provide and satisfy her, okay? Men are very egocentric. They're very status envy. If he feels like he cannot attract a woman, which again, you have to act like you're not disappointed, but you're just kind of like whatever with him if he does not answer this correctly, because it's going to show him, oh shit, I answered it wrong. I tried to play, if you try to play hard to get, it didn't work, it backfired, things like this. But most importantly, this works because his job is to provide and satisfy for you. And if he answers it wrong, you have to look dissatisfied and unprovided for, okay? And what the question is, again, it's so simple. You're going to think I'm stupid, but again, I'm going to go into why it works still. You have to ask him what he likes in a girl physically. Now, the reason I say physically, two reasons. One, it's obviously more factual, it's more observant. Like if he says, if you ask him, what do you like in a woman, characteristic or trait wise, he can say, oh, I like ambitious women, I like goal oriented, strong, independent. That's all subjective. You both don't really know if you're on the same page of what you are or what he thinks you are, okay? However, if he says, and again, if you're talking about physical stuff and he says boobs and butt, that's just given, okay? But let's say you have short blonde hair and blue eyes, and he mentions a couple of those. I like, I really like women with short hair. I like blondes. Now again, he's not going to be. You got to think it from his perspective. He's not going to just say, I like girls who are 5'8". Say you're 5'8". I like girls who are 5'5", 5'8", blue eyes, who are wearing a yellow shirt, and say you're wearing a yellow shirt, who have short blonde hair, let's say you have short, like he's not going to do that. He's probably going to do it in two ways. He's going to give you like a hit and miss kind of list. He's going to say, I like girls with short blonde hair. I'm a big fan of brown eyes, but then he might do one of these. I'm a big fan of brown eyes, but blue eyes are nice too. Let's say you have blue eyes, right? Light eyes. He might say that. Like he's going to try to find a way to fit you in the group in order to win you over. Okay, that's very, very important. And again, you have to ask it from a physical perspective, not characteristics or traits, because that's very subjective. That can bounce around. However, if you talk about the physicality, it's you have a really strong roadmap on observations, and I mean, again, we all agree, blonde is blonde, brown is brown, blue is blue, you know, green eyes are green eyes, you know, 5'8" is 5'8". If you're short, he might mention short women, you know, that kind of stuff, short hair. So you have to mention the physicalities, and if he mentions several things with you in there, he's trying to include you in. Again, he's not going to try to call you out by a T. Now, if he was real smooth, he would, and kind of beat around the bush, you know, beat around the bush with humor. Like if a girl asked me that, I'll describe her perfectly with a laugh and a, you know, a little chuckle after, so she knows I'm kidding, but at the same time, am I not? One of those kind of things. So watch out if he does that. But there you go, ladies. I know that sounds so simple, but I can't tell you how many times that it's worked on me, and I actually sat there and thought, okay, I got to include her because I don't want to ostracize her and push her away, because if I don't, you know, include her, she's gonna, you know, okay, she's gonna think, okay, I'm not interested, and then again pull herself away. But you know, that's just that. So with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.